He mentioned something. He said, and I want to know what you thought about this and how you elaborate it. So I've been freezing out here, but it's been a good show. And before we wrap up, I just want to say a few things about Mike Tomlin.
Listen, I'm hoping Denver beats him because I would love to play Denver.
Oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Dougie and Mendoza. This is the Doug Saravo Show, which is brought to you by our good friends at Unsolicited Role Models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. As always, it is Dougie Saravo. We got Big Dave Mendoza. Dave, what's up, buddy?
Another beautiful day out, another weekend of football.
Yeah, great games, a lot of great games. Well, first, let me just say, New York Giants, they have hired John Harbaugh. A great move for them. It's not officially, but he's going there.
It's on $100 million.
Yeah, I saw that. 5 years, 100 mil.
Will it be worth it? We shall see.
We shall see. I'm happy. I'm liking the move. I'm just glad I'm glad they didn't go to like a no-name guy that they've been doing, like Joe Judge, Pat Shermer, Ben McAdoo. Good coordinators, but I just didn't think they were ready to be a head coach. So I'm glad they went this route. Another news we have.
You got to thank Dable.
Yeah.
Because I heard he called a Harbaugh saying, you got to go to the New York Giants, help this kid that I drafted. I really believe him. So,
see, I don't think Dable was a bad coach. I think he's more of a coordinator. And I think you can make the same thing for McDaniels. Terrible coach, but he's a great coordinator. So I think certain guys have certain roles.
Yeah, and you got to realize that with these higher end of the coaches, they're bringing in other coaches with them, top guys that follow them, that want to play with them, that want to coach with them, you know? So it definitely helps.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. We know the Steelers are going home. We know who else lost? Steelers lost. Packers lost. Actually, let's just focus on the teams that moved on because I do not even remember who they played.
Eagles.
All right. Eagles lost. That's right. Eagles lost. Bye, Eagles.
Panthers
lost.
Chargers
lost.
You said Jags and the Steelers. That's about it. Jags
lost. So, yeah. Surprised about the Jags going home. I thought they could have been better against the Bills, but you know, Josh Allen.
You can't be mad at it.
So a lot of good games, a lot of teams that, you know, played close games. Panthers played close. I thought the Rams were going to lose that one, but Matty Stafford prevailed. I won't say Matty Ice, no disrespect to Matt Ryan. So
must be nice.
But yeah, great wild card weekend of football, a lot of high scoring games. So let's get to this weekend. We got the Patriots taking on the Houston Texans, and as much as I would like to see the Texans win this game, I think they're going to be a surprise team. I do not trust C.J. Stroud in the cold. I really don't. He had 4 sloppy turnovers against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I do not trust him going against New England in Foxborough.
Yeah, coming back in the cold, and it's going to be even colder now.
Yeah, I'm feeling it right now.
January. As well as, you know, the Texans do have a great defense. They're the number 1 ranked defense in the league right now.
Yeah.
Patriots, I think, right now are right behind them. So we're going to probably see a defensive matchup. It's going to be who could turn the ball over less.
Yeah. And like I was texting you the other day. I said 16 points isn't enough. And I think against this Texans team, it's going to be tough to put points up against them. But, and I have no problem against the Patriots. I'm not a Patriot hater, as you say. I'm not a Drake May hater. I love the guy. I like the way he professes his faith for our Lord. But at the end of the day, for me, it's all about experience. I think he learned from that first game against the Chargers. He had a quick turnover, quick interception to start the game. So I'm not really doubting him going against this team, but I just want to see where he could take his game to the next level against this Houston defense.
Well, they also went up against the Chargers, who have like the best second defense, the best secondary defense in the league. They put up only 16 points. You got to remember that both our left tackles, one being Will Campbell, this was their second game back. So, you expect them to be a little rusty at that game. Game 3, tighten it up, go back out there, do the job. And you don't realize it because the Texans won they won scoring 30 points, but that offense only scored 16 points at the end of the day. The defense scored 14. So just as much as us, because the defense is doing well. They scored 2 defensive plays, but I don't expect it to be that easy with Patriots this time coming around.
Yeah, I think that I'm going to go with the Patriots to win this game because the way C.J. Stroud played in the cold,
the Texans like to play a wide defense. So, there's always gaps in between. And you're talking about a team that has Ramondre Stevenson and Trevion Henderson, 2 guys that are pretty short and stout that can get through holes. So, a guy that can take off real quick, they're going to get through the defense real quick. So expect a lot more run game than passing game because, you really don't want to pass against the Texans too much.
I mean, I'm struggling doing this podcast in this cold, so I could just imagine how it's going to be Sunday in New England for C.J. Stroud. So
must be nice setting up outside.
I didn't think it was going to be this cold.
Man, that temperature always drops when the sun goes down.
Yeah, it dropped. It was nice this morning, and it dropped now. So I'm going to go with the Patriots to win this game. I know you like to say Dougie's a Dave hater, a Patriot hater, but I'm going with the Patriots to win this game.
Must be nice.
I think they're the better team right now. I know the Texans have a good defense, but when we look at your Patriots team, for them, it's all about the overall team. They have a great head coach. Nothing against the Mika Ryans, but I'm taking Vrabel over Ryans. So I got the Patriots to win this game, and I know you got the Patriots.
Of course I got the Patriots.
Of course. You're biased, Dave.
I speaks the truth. I said they were winning the AFC East Championship. They won the AFC East Championship. I have a bet to prove it, okay?
No,
we were going to beat the Chargers nice and easy. 16-3. They won by 13 points. So,
wait, hold on. I never said they were losing to the Chargers.
Here we go. Putting words in my mouth. Did I just say, Doug, you told me that the Chargers were going to beat us?
I thought I heard that.
Yeah, you always hearing things. That's the problem around here, okay? I said that they were going to beat the Chargers easily, and they won 16-3. They won by 13 points.
Oh, you said that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I understand now. All right. Broncos, Bills. Now, this is another team where I talk about experience. Yeah, at the start of the year, I said Bo Nix, MVP. Broncos are going to go like 13-4. They went 14-3. I just don't know if I could trust Bo Nix over Josh Allen this time of year yet.
Yeah, because the cold isn't going to make a difference. Buffalo plays in the cold all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest problem is Denver's coming off a bye week. And most teams are coming off bye weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So a team like Denver, if it was the Chiefs coming off a bye week, I'd say no problem. But a team like Denver coming off a bye week, I'm going to say they're going to struggle.
Oh, yeah, I agree. And we like to bust your chops about the Patriots having an easy schedule. We do. It's a known fact.
Listen, I'm hoping Denver beats them because I would love to play Denver.
Oh, I know you would. Buffalo's going to be a tough matchup.
Hey, I'd rather play a team that we don't play often rather than a team that I play twice a year.
Mm-hmm. But if you look at the Broncos' schedule, I feel like that was a lot easier than the Patriots' schedule.
What?
If you look at the Broncos' schedule, I feel like that was a lot easier than the Patriots' schedule.
Yeah, I mean they both had pretty easy schedules. I think the Patriots were ranked a little bit above them for easiest schedule, but yeah, they were both the same. But I don't think that Denver put up as much points as the Patriots put up this
No,
season.
because I think even like a Thursday night game, it was Vegas versus Denver, and Denver won that game like 13-7.
Yeah,
So like if you can't put up more than 13 points against Vegas, I don't know. Good luck in January.
yeah, and that was towards what the end of the season with them when they were playing Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not putting it up halfway through the end of the season, then I think pretty much all their teams they weren't. I think all their games were pretty close.
Yeah, they were close. Like if you look at that giant Denver game, yeah, of course the Giants are known to blow fourth quarter leads, but
Let's go through it. Look, 20-12, they beat the Titans week 1.
mm-hmm.
Then they played the Colts 29-28. They lost. Then they played the Chargers 23-20. They lost. Then they played the Bengals. That was their biggest blowout, 28-3. Then it was on a backup. I don't think Burrow was playing that game.
That might have been Jake Browning.
Yeah, I think that was Browning. Let's go into that. Yep, Jake Browning. Also, by then the Bengals were giving up so much points on defense.
Yeah, we scored against the Bears.
They went up. Then they played the Eagles 17-21.
Yeah.
They played the Jets 13-11.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The Giants 33-32.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys, they won by 20. It was 24-44.
Mm-hmm.
But then they went to the Texans 18-15.
That's
the
what
Raiders 7-10.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs 19-22, 22-19. The Commanders 27-26.
And that they could have lost that game too.
Yeah.
So like we give you all this shade about the Patriots easy schedule, this and that, but the Denver Broncos, I feel like we're the luckiest 14-3 team this year.
Yeah, because I mean, if you take a field goal, not even if you add a touchdown to a couple of these games, they lose them.
Mm-hmm.
You add one touchdown to let's see,
and like if Jackson Dart, who I love, I'm a big Jackson Dart guy. I'm a believer in him. I think he's going to be the franchise quarterback. If he did not throw that interception, Denver loses that game. So it's not like they dominated the Giants. You would think, oh, they dominated the Giants. No, those first 3 quarters, Bo Nix was looking lost.
Well, put it this way: Eagles touchdown, they lose the game. A Jets field goal, they lose the game. A Giants field goal, they lose the game. Texans field goal, they tie the game. So if a touchdown, they lose.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders field goal ties the game, so a touchdown, they lose. Chiefs field goal ties the game, a touchdown, they lose. Commanders field goal, they lose. Raiders touchdown, they tie in one of the games. 26. Well, that one. The Packers game is an 8-point difference.
Yeah, I don't know. I do not trust Denver going into this game.
Yeah. End of the
I
season,
really don't.
Touchdown ties. And then the Chargers ended up losing to the Broncos last game of the week, 19-3, but they rested their players.
Yeah, they played who? Trey Lance?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. I'm going to call my friend Joe later and be like, my friend that I see every Sunday for football. Oh, I hope they lose. I can't wait.
Because look, think of it. You picking Bo Nix makes sense because between them and the Patriots had the easiest schedules, right? For MVP.
Yeah.
The past couple winners, they've had the easiest schedule and won the MVP. So picking the team, that's why coming into the season, next season, I looked at the schedule and I said, don't be surprised if Joe Burrow's healthy, he wins MVP because they have like the second or third easiest schedule next season.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
So, like, out of the remaining teams from the AFC to go to the Super Bowl, I would pick it between Buffalo or New England. I do not trust the Denver Broncos just yet.
Yeah.
All right, NFC side. Well, who do you have winning, Buffalo or Denver?
I'd probably say I want Denver to win, but I'm going to say that Buffalo wins that game.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, and then you have home field for that AFC Championship.
Yep.
All right, Chicago versus LA. I think Matthew Stafford is 1-9 in outdoor games or cold weather, something with a temperature.
Yep.
This is going to be a good game to watch because the Bears they played the Packers. Everyone thought it was over. I thought it was over. Then I woke up and saw Caleb Williams won. I apologize for Caleb Williams because I called him a bust. I really thought he was going to be this diva. But we'll save that for a different show. I thought he was going to be like this, but like a Karl Anthony Towns, great player, but he don't really live up to that elite status. Caleb Williams has proved something to me. And I apologize to Caleb for that because he performed well, and I want to give credit to Ben Johnson. So this is going to be a test for both teams between Matthew Stafford in the cold, and can Caleb Williams get to his first NFC Championship game? So what do we see from this game from both sides?
It's going to be a tough game because I think Matthew Stafford has something to prove, especially, with all his weapons. We've been saying it all season. Like, they have the best team on paper right now, especially in this playoff. So they should be the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know with the damn Bears, man. Those Bears, they love to come back.
They do.
Dogging them to fight. So it's going to be a tough matchup for me, especially with Stafford playing in the cold, and I believe his finger's messed up.
Yeah, I think like this finger right here is like...
Yeah, it's like his middle finger he jammed on a helmet or hit something. So that we got to see how long that's going to last. Can it last this game? Possibly. But after this game, if they were to win this, the next game is going to be a tough game.
Yeah, Seattle or San Fran.
Yeah. And right now they're listing Sam Darnold as questionable with an oblique injury.
Ooh.
I mean, he'll play. He will.
Oh, yeah, he'll play through it.
But even at that.
I want to go with the Rams, but when you look at that record, I think it's going to be tough. I really do not see how – I don't know. I don't know. But honestly, I'm still going to – I said the Rams from the beginning. I'm still going to give them the credit. I think they'll prevail because I think last year they played in the cold against the Eagles, and I think they only lost by like a touchdown or so. So I'm still going to give it to the Rams.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, but I'm going to probably say the Rams as well.
Yeah, I can't go against what I said. I mean, I have in the past, but I can't. So, yeah, Rams got this. The next game, another cold game. I feel like I'm at one of these stadiums right now. We're going to go with the Seattle versus San Fran game. This game could go either way just because both teams are competitive. They're both the same type of team. But in Seattle, when it's loud there, they truly have the home field. So what are we looking at for this game? Do we think Sam finally prevails as a franchise-type quarterback, gets his first ever playoff win because he lost last year to this Rams team? What do we see? This is another divisional game. Seahawks and the Niners.
This is going to be a tough game for these guys. It's hard to choose because Seattle's been playing almost perfect this season.
Yeah.
And the 49ers have been skating by, injuries here, injuries there. I don't know if Fred Warner's coming back for this game. But, oh, man. If they don't get defensive help, I think Seattle's just going to beat them again. Well, beat them.
Yeah.
Seattle's going to attack down the field. Jackson Smith and Jigba is just going to have a field day.
Oh, and he's from Ohio State, too.
Oh, man, it's going to be tough. I'll probably say Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going with the home team in it. And then when you look at that NFC Championship, it's going to be tough because you got two divisional opponents. That last game they played was amazing. I think they were losing 30-13. They came back and they won, I think, 37-36 or 38-37. So it's going to be an interesting 4 teams to play it out for Super Bowl 60 when you look at it. You're going to, based on what we're saying, it will be the Patriots, the Bills, Seattle, and LA. So it's going to be interesting, man. This is why I love January football because, and especially this year, we're going into it and there's not really that guaranteed favorite. Like, okay, the Chiefs are there. They'll probably just steamroll on in. This year, you really don't know what you're going to get. Like, I love it.
It's crazy because, I mean, if people had a pick, they would, like we are, we pick the Rams a lot. But, like, everybody's dismissing Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's dismissing New England.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's saying that this is Josh Allen's last hope chance to get a Super Bowl, which means shows that he's overrated.
No, I don't think he's overrated, but I guess you could consider him at one of those levels where he's not one of those all-time greats.
And then you gotta think of it. There's 3 second-year quarterbacks in the playoffs.
Yeah, you got Bo Nix, you got Drake May, you got Drake May. You got Caleb Williams. So yeah, this I love it.
Mm-hmm. And it shows you where the league is going because last year, who was it? I think Jaden Daniels was in his second year, right?
Yeah.
And he made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of young talent, a lot of good quarterbacks coming out of the league. And this shows the shakeup. This shows the shakeup in the NFL, one that we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, and I love it. I really love it.
We see the Patriots there, and we're like, oh, well, the Patriots been there a lot. But this is a whole different Patriots team. This is a whole new team. This is a whole new class of quarterbacks that are going to shine throughout their career.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the perfect time to see what these guys are doing. Watch these games, watch the Bears games, watch Caleb Williams out there, watch Drake May, watch Bo Nix. Then you got the veterans, Josh Allen, Stafford. Like, you got to pay close attention to this.
Yeah.
And you got Mr. Irrelevant,
Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
And like even Bryce Young is showing that he still has potential. So even though they lost, the Panthers, even though they lost, they showed that they could be a threat in that division. So the fact that we have all these up-and-coming quarterbacks, it's great. And I was going to do an episode on conversations with Dougie on this, but I'll do it with you right now since you're here. But you're a big Patriot fan, big Tom Brady guy. I love Tom Brady. I respect the guy. He mentioned something on Spittin Chiclets, and that's a hockey show. You got Paul Bissonnette, Keith Yandel, Ryan Whitney, Colby Armstrong makes an appearance here and there, and they had Tom Brady on. He mentioned something. He said, and I want to know what you thought about this and how you elaborate it. He said back in his era, they had quarterbacks with a lot of depth and a lot of quality. I think that was the word he used. What do you think he means by that? Because we're looking at, in his day, you had the pocket passer. Today, you got guys that want to run the ball.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, you still had runners, guys that ran the ball. You had Cam Newton through that time. Who else played?
You had Mike Vick before he got into his legal issues.
Mike Vick before that. There was a couple guys, man. Damn, I wish I could remember. But the league has grown a lot more. I mean, it has grown into more guys that have to scramble. I don't think that we've lost pocket passers as well as you see Drake May. Stafford's still in the league. Goff still throws the ball. So I don't think we're losing it, but I think nowadays you need that ability because you got to realize the guys nowadays that are playing defense are a lot smaller and lighter guys. So you got to move around quick on your feet because they're gonna come at you real quick. So you got to find that hole. You got to move up and down the field. So unless you really have that true good offensive line to keep you sitting back there in the pocket all day, your legs are always going to help you. Now, do we want to see a quarterback rushing all the time? No, we don't want to see a quarterback rushing all the time because of the fact that you're going to get hurt sooner or later, and it's going to take a toll longer down the road in your career. Guys like Tom Brady lasted so long. Guys like Aaron Rodgers lasted so long in the league because they didn't scramble. They didn't get hit as much. They sat in that pocket. They threw the ball. They knew when to get rid of it. They knew how to call those audibles. So now it's just watching these young guys start develop and see who's going to become those players. Because even if you look at Patrick Mahomes, he knows when to run the ball, but he sits in that pocket as long as he could before he slings the ball out or before he throws runs the ball. So to watch the guys like Bo Nix, Drake May, Caleb Williams move their feet as well, I want to see them sit in the pocket as well. Throw that ball.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I can make an argument now. I can play devil's advocate. You say the reason why Daniel Jones, Jackson Dart, they have to scramble because the O-line doesn't protect them. So do you think maybe those quarterbacks just had a better O-line? Or do you think it was just the way the position's going?
Well, obviously they're going to have a better O-line, but it's also play calling that's going to play a factor. A lot of guys that you see move out the pocket prematurely to try and find a play upfield instead of believing in their offensive line. You look at guys like who is it? Jackson Dart. The guy's running for his life almost every game. So you could say that's a bad O-line, but you also got to realize, look at some of the play calling that they called. Wasn't the greatest of play calling either.
Mm-hmm.
You had times where it was a QB draw, and it shouldn't have been a QB draw, So it's a lot of factors into it. But like I said, I've told you before, I would love to see Jackson Dart sit in the pocket a little longer and see him slinging the ball and not get hit as much because his career would last a lot longer than him having to rush the ball every single time.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it will change under his new offense with John Harbaugh.
We see guys. All right. So we see guys like Lamar Jackson, Daniel Jones when he was rushing. We're looking at guys like Jackson Dart now. But the guys that have rushed before have not won Super Bowls like that. It was the pocket passers, the guys that sat in the pocket and sling the ball. So I want to see these guys sit in the pocket a little longer so that they don't have to rush. Towards at some point of Lamar Jackson's career, he stopped rushing as much.
Yeah, I noticed it.
And that's you got to think why. If that was your career-long thing, why did you stop rushing? It's got to be injuries. It's got to be, it's taking a toll on his body. And if you want to be in this league longer, you're going to get hit less.
Yeah.
What's the average span? I wonder what's the average span of a running back in the league.
Well, a lot of people are saying Barkley could be on his way out, and that's why the Giants didn't want to give him the contract, but the way they handled it was utterly ridiculous.
Well, you look at guys like, okay.
Well, Tiki Barber retired, I think, at 29-30.
Look at Derrick Henry slowing down.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey has had as much rushing yards. Okay. Saquon Barkley this season, right?
Well, whatever happened to LeGarrette Blount? He was good.
I don't know.
But yeah, they're slowing down.
You look at all these guys and they're slowing down, and then you're getting all the young guys that are bringing the stats back up. Like, look at James Cook. 26 years old, now he's getting the ball a lot more, so he's looking like that top guy. But if you keep handing the ball off, you'll end up to like a guy like, look at Alvin Kamara, the guy that always runs the ball, and this season didn't do anything. He got hurt.
Even what's his name? Adrian Peterson, the guy, he was an all-time great. I don't know, injuries, he had some stuff going on. DeMarco Murray, he had a few, like 1 or 2 good years, and then he went missing.
They're talking about David Montgomery not coming back to the Lions.
Yeah.
Because Gibbs is over there, and he's doing so well, and Montgomery's been in the league for years.
I mean, I love the guy. I love Big Cam. I love Crazy Cam. But who knows how long his career could last?
I'm gonna try and see it. Let's see, because what's David Montgomery? He's like 30. No, he's 28.
Yeah, he's like 28.
Average length.
Even tight end. I feel like the running back, the tight end position. That's
NFL running back. Damn. So AI says the average NFL running back career is extremely short, often cited around 2.5 to 3 years, making it the shortest position in the league due to high impact and injury risk. Through this, average includes many players who don't last long, while elite players or those versatile roles can have much longer careers, which puts you in that Christian McCaffrey catching more balls now. You know, we're doing the receptions. Alvin Kamara towards the end of what was it, last season or the season before?
Yeah, I think before.
He was catching more balls instead of running the ball. So you don't last long. So if a running back doesn't last long doing it, what makes you think a quarterback is going to last long?
Yeah, it's a whole new game, honestly.
Yeah, so you got to sit in that pocket. You know?
Yeah. Maybe that's what Brady meant by quality.
Yeah. Well, the quality of quarterback, it was so if you think about it, the mindset of a quarterback now is I don't have an option, I'm running. Right? The mindset of a quarterback back then was I have to find the open man or throw it away.
Yeah.
So, and if you didn't throw it away, most of the time, you either got sacked, fumbled, or threw an interception. Now it's no. First thing is there's nobody open. I'm running. Yeah. You see it, and not to pick on Dart, but you see it in Dart. Like when he's looking up the field, he doesn't see anybody. The first thing is I'm tucking in and I'm running. I'm finding the best hole I can find.
See, but here's the thing.
You see with Josh Allen.
Yeah, you see with Josh Allen all the time, and then he throws an interception. He loses yards.
Yeah.
See, but here's the thing with Dart, because you like to throw in my face. Oh, it's the O-line. O-line's terrible. This or that. He's been like that his whole career. Even in Ole Miss, he's been, if I don't see anyone, I'm taking off. So I think it's more of, I think for him, yeah, the O-line's terrible. But I think it's also him trying to adjust to being that pocket passer.
But that's the thing is you're not in college anymore. You're NFL. There's a bunch of quarterbacks that said when they got first sacked and hit as an NFL quarterback, it was different than college.
Yeah.
And that's what he got to realize. The problem isn't the way he's playing. It's the mindset. Oh, I'm going to stay in bounds and run up 3-4 more yards. And then all of a sudden you get popped. While you see Patrick Mahomes, a guy like him, running up, he runs out towards the sideline and he runs at an angle so that he can get more yards and go out of bounds at the same time. You see guys that are starting to slide where they slide sideways instead of feet first, so that they can fall down at an angle instead of getting hit, directly on. You got guys sliding feet first, Yeah. There's guys out there that are sliding head first, which is cool and all until you get hit. So it's the mindset of players back then were, and also the build of players. Jackson Dart's not a big guy. No,
he's not. No, he's not. I'm not denying it.
So to get hit by a guy that's 2 to 3 times your size is going to hurt. Rather than if you look at a running back, they're almost the size of those guys, just shorter. So it's going to play a toll on your body sooner or later. So my thing is, and I've told you this, I would love to see next season them build a line for Jackson Dart and he can sit in that pocket and throw the ball.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's my guy.
It's just you don't want to see them always running, because you're going to get hurt sooner or later.
Yeah, and they had Russell Wilson. They had Jameis Winston. I think he had a good quarterback room. He had 2 good leaders. So, yeah, Russell Wilson passed his prime system quarterback. We all know that. But the voice he brings.
you look at those guys and their mindset is they stay on the same team and their mindset is always I gotta run. We saw it with Daniel Jones when he was with the Giants. His mindset after a while was I gotta just run. I just gotta run. Then he went to the Colts and he got into that pocket and he felt like, oh, I don't have to run all the time. Whether it was coaching staff that talked to him and this and that, or he grew as a player. But at some point on teams, you think, I just gotta go. I gotta go. There's no other option. I already know there's no other option.
Yeah.
You look at perfect example. Look at Jalen Hurts.
Overrated.
Jalen Hurts last season, I think, was a leading rushing quarterback in the league with touchdowns and yards.
Mm-hmm.
This season, he's trying to pass the ball and he can't do it. He can't do it. Why? Because his old playbook was run the ball.
Yeah.
Tuck it and run.
But why can't he adjust? Why can't he read a play and be like, kill, kill, kill?
Well, he's a system quarterback, and that'll never change. So
yeah,
to the next.
Yeah, so that's how I feel about Jalen Hurts. Still, system quarterback. I'm not knocking the guy, but
I'm not. Listen, I don't knock any quarterback because at the end of the day, we all start a system. Well, they all start a system quarterbacks. I'm saying I played the game.
No, I get that.
System quarterbacks. We watch Drake May, we watch Bo Nix, we watch Caleb Williams. They're all system quarterbacks at the moment. The thing is to grow out of being a system quarterback and become your own person, your own player.
Oh yeah, Tom Brady said he stopped using his playbook after year 3.
Yeah, because he had photo memory of what the plays were going to be.
Yeah, of course everybody's a system quarterback, but you have to be able to adjust. You have to be like. Defense. You have to read the defense and be like, oh, shit. Kill, kill, kill. 65, 80. Alert, alert. I don't see that from Jalen Hurts. I didn't see that from Russell Wilson. I see it from guys like Tom Brady. I've seen it from guys like Ben Roethlisberger, Eli Manning, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. I've seen it from those guys, these pocket passers. I've seen it from Josh Allen. Certain quarterbacks, it seems like they call the play.
If you look at this season, Josh Allen hasn't done much to that. He used his feet mostly.
Yeah, Josh Allen ran the ball mostly.
Yeah. So that's why this season, I don't know if Josh Allen's going to win it because of the fact that all season long he's used his legs. And we've noticed that all season long, and this is, I say it jokingly, but I always say, look, he's greedy. He wants to ball himself. He wants to break the records. He wants to do this, do that. And at the same time, you got to look at it and be like, well, I'm saying it as a joke, but it's kind of true at the same time. And since he's done that all season, he's lost that mindset of play of, oh, let me change the play. Let me call this. Let me do that. And then you watch him scramble and lose 10, 15 yards.
Yeah.
Get sacked. And then you're like, why did he just throw it away? Well, because he's been using his legs all season.
Yeah, basically. I think one play he ran back for 15 yards and lost 15 yards. So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a great game this weekend. You got a lot of good teams. It's going to be cold, probably a lot colder than it's been outside. Remind me next week to do the show from the studio and not sit out in this cold weather. It was nice earlier. Then next thing you know, it got frozen. So I've been freezing out here, but it's been a good show. And before we wrap up, I just want to say a few things about Mike Tomlin, who stepped down. Honestly, they've lost 7 straight postseason games, but to be able to keep a winning culture for that long and not have a losing season, that's a phenomenal job from his perspective, because look at the Giants, look at the Jets. You could even look at the Eagles for a few years. They had winning season after winning season.
I'm going to say this, okay? Just like you said, great. He's an excellent coach. But at the same time, and a lot of people use this as an excuse that he didn't have quarterbacks, this and that. They always change. But you never developed a quarterback.
Yeah.
That was the part that you needed to do at some point, was develop that quarterback. They just, decided let's run through. And I'm not saying it was his fault. Could have been front office. But, they said, yeah, let's try this quarterback. Oh, well, he lost a couple games. Now let's try this quarterback. Oh,
yeah, they went with Wilson and Fields. Then they went to Aaron Rodgers. They tried Kenny Pickett.
I would also throw out there, I would love to see a little trade of Mike Tomlin and LaFleur getting traded, Packers and Steelers coaches.
Head to head.
LaFleur hasn't done an extension, so they're saying that he might be a tradable coach.
Oh, I like that for both.
Speaking of that, Mike had said, if Mike Tomlin steps down, does his contract end after a year? And I said, I don't believe so. I think you still got to play that season out as a head coach, because I know that's how they do it with players. Even if you're retired, if you were under contract, you would have to get your contract traded, even if it was 5 years down the road. So I believe it's the same with the head coaching.
I think it is, because you look at a guy like Carey Price or even Marion Hossa. I know we're all a different sport, but he had to retire due to injuries in like year 9 of the contract. He had to retire because his body couldn't take it or he couldn't rehab it. So the Chicago Blackhawks traded his contract to the Arizona Coyotes. And even though he never played a single game for the Coyotes were responsible for that contract. So, yeah, even I think someone has to be responsible for his contract.
Yeah, somebody's got to be definitely. It looks like it carries over no matter what. It says the coach resigns while under contract. The team keeps their rights, meaning they could get compensation like draft picks if he coaches for another team.
Yeah, he just can't go anywhere. So yeah.
So if they resign, they might forfeit some guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're fired, the contract is paid until they find work, as they try to mitigate their losses.
Mm-hmm. And I think like and everybody likes to say, "Oh, Dougie hates the Steelers." I do not hate the Steelers. They're a great organization. I think Mike Tomlin was only their 3rd head coach throughout their 50-year history, whatever it is. Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin. I believe they've only had 3 head coaches throughout their history. They're a great organization. But you look at these last few years, they should have developed a quarterback. Will Howard, maybe he's the guy. He had a successful career at Ohio State. He learned from Aaron Rodgers, so maybe maybe he's the guy, but you don't know. But you look at teams like the Giants, they've tried Daniel Jones, they're trying Jackson Dart. You look at the Patriots, they've tried with Mac Jones. Maybe he'll be successful elsewhere. That was a Steelers' issue, not being able to develop a quarterback. You could say the same thing about the Jets. Even maybe throw the Seahawks in there. They brought in Sam Darnold, but they didn't draft a guy. They did Drew Lock, but he hasn't really been a great guy after Russell Wilson. So a lot of these organizations seem to recycle quarterbacks, and I think that's a problem for a lot of these teams that haven't won a playoff game or still rebuilding. So you look at the old day, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Big Ben. They were with their organizations, even Eli Manning, for 15-plus years. Honestly, I'm not sure if we'll see current quarterbacks play with their teams for 15 to 20-plus years. That's just my own thoughts.
And maybe that's what Brady meant by quality.
You never know, because it's a whole different generation with these quarterbacks.
Yeah.
All right, Big Dave, this was a great show. I'm glad we previewed this upcoming week's games. Glad we had that conversation about Tom Brady, because that's honestly a great episode. I know you've seen clips of it. Tom Brady, truly the GOAT, not just with the records, but the way he speaks, the way he acknowledges the game and tries to, see both sides of it, but also understand the differences compared to when he played to today. So, yeah, Tom Brady's a true GOAT, no doubt about it. You could have your argument here and there. I know you agree with me on that, but yeah. If no one saw it yet, it's on Netflix. It's weird. All these podcasts are on Netflix now. I'm not sure how that occurred, but Dave, as always, thank you for coming on. Drake May. Drake, can you say the nickname for me before I get all tongue twisted?
Drake May.
All right, Dave, enjoy the game on Sunday. At least it's a 6 o'clock start.
3 o'clock.
Oh, 3 o'clock. Better than 8.
Yes, it is.
All right, Dave, take care. I'm glad you're warm. I'm freezing. I'm going in.
Must be nice.
All right, take care, Dave. That's great. Let's get back to the trip. You're the one who went off on the tangent with kids.
The one that was taking videos and stuff, right? That was.
No, that was the neighbor.
It was either him and Joey Diaz. You know, Joey.
Is the subject. This is an idiot.
And that's one of the things God came to help.